Duterte Youth never uh, fulfilled the requirement of publication and due hearing as required by the COMELEC?
Your Honor, that is not true. That issue was started by Attorney Emil Marañon, that we are not registered in the COMELEC. If you can remember...
My question lang, Madam Chair, sir, just to be
Yes,
clear,
sir.
we're very objective here. Now we support your position, hearing your opposition. Just like to clarify, did you ever comply with the publication requirement?
Yes, sir. All orders to publish were published. All notices of hearing, we attended the hearing, sir.
So na-publicize kayo?
Yes, sir.
And the due hearings was conducted by the COMELEC?
Yes, sir. In all their notices of hearing, we attended their hearing, sir.
Madam Chair, can we just let the commissioner just answer that issue lang? Did Duterte Youth comply with that requirement?
Madam Chairman, that is an issue before the Commission on Elections, whether they complied with the publication requirement of their petition, Your Honors.
And the chairman has committed to resolve this on or before June 30. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chairman.
Anyway, Madam Chair, I will not no longer further ask questions because of lack of material time, Madam Chair. In fact, Madam Chair, I would like to move that for lack of material time, we suspend the consideration of the ad interim appointment of Ms. Maria Norina Tangaro Kasingal as Commissioner on Election. I so move, Madam Chair.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
Emma, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding, so help you God?
I do, ma'am.
Madam Chair, the oppositor is now under oath.
May we ask Mr. Ronald Giancarlo L. Cardema to introduce himself and state a brief or summary of the points of his opposition to the ad interim appointment of Ms. Maria Norina S. Tangarao Kasingal as Commissioner of the Commission on Election.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am Ronald Cardema, Chairman of the Duterte Youth Party List. I'd like to greet the members of the Honorable Commission on Appointments, and we thank the CA for giving us the opportunity to speak here today. In behalf of the more than 2.3 million Filipino citizens who duly elected Duterte Youth Party List, the most voted party list by all our OFW communities worldwide, and also the most voted party list by our government troops through the local absentee voting, we would like to convey our strongest opposition to these two temporary government officials in the COMELEC. In a democracy like ours, the sovereign is the Filipino people. All powers emanate from the people. We have national and local officials to serve the people and uphold the people's will in this democratic country. The sovereign will of more than 2.3 million Filipinos cannot be superseded by less than 10 Filipinos, which include these two temporary government officials in COMELEC. The character of these two has been tested 3 weeks ago, and clearly they have failed in this test. They have twisted the results of democracy and the sovereign will of more than 2.3 million Filipinos, who are not only our constituents, but also the constituents of your honors as senators and representatives of the Philippines. These two have failed in their test of character, and it is up to all of you here, if you want to prolong these two for 7 years, to become abusive lords of elections. Or if not confirmed, it will allow the President to select for more better candidates, which is very timely because the President is now reviewing all his appointees. Personally, Your Honors, I have no personal grudge against these two candidates. The Duterte Youth Party List has been the Vice Chairperson of the House Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms for more than half a decade. And myself, I was Chairman of the National Youth Commission for 6 years. I am the direct partner of the COMELEC in the Sangguniang Kabataan elections. My only problem here is with these recent events 3 weeks ago, wherein the Duterte Youth Party List received 2.3 million votes, and we were not proclaimed on Proclamation Day. And the problem there is the two commissioners in their resolution said that we have a pending case in COMELEC. I can cite so many other senatorial and party list candidates who have pending COMELEC cases but were proclaimed. And in that matter, it shows and they manifest partiality because they have chosen us who have a pending case, we were suspended, but all the others who have pending cases were not suspended. To name two, for example, Kabataan Party List who filed the case against us in 2019, there's a government case against them also filed in 2019 and 2021. But even though we in Duterte Youth Party List and Kabataan Party List have pending cases, the two commissioners here proclaimed Kabataan Party List and delayed our proclamation. Another example is a senatorial candidate who was elected last May 12. He has a pending disqualification case in the COMELEC for his citizenship. And even though the case was still pending, he was proclaimed by these two commissioners. It is very noteworthy that the same candidate also had a citizenship issue here in the 19th Congress of the Commission on Appointments where he was voided here. I would like this honorable body to ask the commissioners because we are always raising this in the media for 2 weeks already and they're not answering. Why is it that there are candidates for senator and for party lists who have pending cases but were proclaimed by them, but they chose Duterte Youth Party List to be not proclaimed? Aside from that, and lastly, we have filed an ombudsman case against the Supervisory Committee of the COMELEC last week, which also includes Commissioner Kasingal and Commissioner Pipo. And this is the case filed against them. It is a violation and there's criminal liability under Republic Act 3019, the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Section 3, corrupt practices of public officers. Paragraph E, causing undue injury to any party, including us in government, in the discharge of their official, administrative, or the judicial function through manifest partiality, evident bad faith, and gross inexcusable negligence. Because they have shown their partiality by not proclaiming us and proclaiming other candidates who have pending cases in the COMELEC. That is all, Your Honor.
Chair?
Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you. I just noticed that the letter signed by Chairman Ronald Cardema to Senate President Chis Escudero was a letter complaint. It's not a sworn opposition. However, it's notarized. I'd just like to clarify, do we accept letter complaints? We accept, but however, we should have accepted a sworn opposition, Madam Chair. While it is notarized, it's highly irregular that a letter is notarized. It's the first time I encountered this. Nevertheless, we're very liberal here, Ronald. I just like to ask you a few questions. So you're opposing the nomination of the nominee, and you claim that she committed gross inexcusable negligence and grave abuse of discretion in your letter. The commission, this body, determines the fitness and integrity of the person. So are you questioning her personally or because she signed the resolution not to proclaim you? Just for clarification. Not to proclaim the 30 youth.
Your Honor, I am opposing them because in their interviews in the last 2 weeks, they're all pointing their finger to their directors in COMELEC that they signed because it was recommended to them. They said that it was recommended by their directors for us to be suspended. So when we filed our case in the ombudsman,
Just to clarify, sir, are you opposing the nominee because of their signature on the NBank and BOC resolution, or you're opposing their fitness and integrity personally?
I'm opposing the commissioners here because they approved the recommendation.
So you're opposing them because of the signature.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Secondly, just to clarify, we understand your complaint. There should be fair treatment for all. But just for the record, it's not only Duterte Youth that was not proclaimed, right? It's also another party list, BH, right? For the records, right? So
Yes, sir. The problem there,
anyway, sige,
Yes, sir.
just moving forward, sir. But I just noticed, no, in the spirit of fairness, that based on the Constitution, the COMELEC is empowered to make certain actions, particularly procedurals, like, for example, in Article 9C, Section 25, 1987, Constitution, Section 2, it says there that the COMELEC have the power to register after sufficient publication of certain organizations first. Then resolution number 9366 requires party lists to have publications of their organization. Just for clarification, is it true that Duterte Youth never fulfilled the requirement of publication and due hearing as required by the COMELEC?
Your Honor, that is not true. That issue was started by Attorney Emil Marañon, that we are not registered in the COMELEC. If you can remember,
My question lang, Madam Chair, sir, just to be
Yes,
clear,
sir.
we're very objective here. No, we support your position, hearing your opposition. Just like to clarify, did you ever comply with the publication requirement?
yes, sir. All orders to publish were published. All notices of hearing, we attended the hearing, sir.
So na-publicize kayo.
Yes, sir.
And the due hearings was conducted by the COMELEC.
Yes, sir. In all their notices of hearing, we attended their hearing, sir.
Madam Chair, can we just let the commissioner just answer that issue lang? Did Duterte Youth comply with that requirement?
Madam Chairman, that is an issue before the Commission on Elections, whether they complied with the publication requirement of their petition, Your Honors.
And the chairman has committed to resolve this on or before June 30. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chairman.
Anyway, Madam Chair, I will no longer further ask questions because of lack of material time,